Brightest blessings, everyone. Told you I'd be back. Well, it's the Republicans are trying to figure out who they want to represent themselves as president right now. So a lot of politics is going on right now, and you know me with politics, especially with the Republicans. I'm not a Republican by far. Now, who really is on my mind for this video? Well, I'd say it's Donald Trump, like everybody else. Whether you're a Republican, Democrats, liberal, conservative, it doesn't matter. Everybody has Donald Trump on the mind. And why? Because of this. What he's saying. And a lot of people are asking, what in the hell is wrong with Donald Trump? I understand, you're running for a nomination for your party to actually go up for the presidency of the United States. Of course you're going to badmouth your competition. I'm expecting that. Of course you're going to lie about your competition. I'm expecting that. They're politicians. What the fuck else do you expect from them? However, Donald Trump, he's a character. Okay, now, unlike the other politicians running, he's not a politician. He's a businessman, and he's an entertainment man. He's a TV man, and he's good at both. Don't get me wrong. He really is. But it takes a different kind of man to be on TV, a different kind of man to be in entertainment, a different kind of man to be in business. And there's certain things that you need to be groomed for in politics, or at least, learn and say, okay, this is not acceptable, or if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it this way. Of course, you got to learn how to bash your opponents and stuff like that, because you're competing for a job. And Donald Trump just is crossing lines left and right. First, he calls all illegal aliens, no, excuse me, he didn't say Mexicans, but he certainly inferred it, all illegal Mexicans, rapists, and thieves. And maybe, I guess, there are some that are okay. Really? Seriously, you just said that. Seriously. Now, I understand you being a conservative, you're on the side of no immigrants, build that fence and all that stuff. I understand that. It's not whether I agree or disagree with you. Okay, I'm not even going to go there. But really, Donald Trump? Seriously? You have the balls to say that? And then say that someone like Jeb Bush is not someone you can count on as far as this goes because he has a Mexican wife, legal or not. Okay. Donald, you need to listen to your publicist and to the people that you hire to be around you and tell you what you can say and what you can't say instead of kissing your ass. There's a reason for it. Get some value for your money, dude. Okay? People like Sarah Palin and Bachman, they don't listen to these people, and there's a reason why they're considered very, very stupid. And it's because they don't listen to these people, and you don't now apparently either. Now, that's not all that he did. Okay, maybe he makes a mistake here and there. Okay, then he goes down to double down and not apologize. Okay, he doubles down, actually. He doesn't. Not only does he not apologize, he doubles down. Then he attacks John McCain. Again, don't get me wrong. I am not a McCain fan, and I have no problems if you want to attack John McCain. I'd expect you to attack John McCain. But you're going to sit there and go, oh, he wasn't a war hero? In what shape and form was that man not a war hero? Okay, now the fact that he was a war hero, I don't think that makes him qualified to be president. But okay, he was a war hero because he was captured, and that's all. I like him better when they're if they weren't captured. Well, I'm sure McCain would have liked it better if he wasn't captured either. What the fuck? Seriously. Who the fuck says John McCain was not a war hero? Okay, now get me wrong. I don't like John McCain, and I would not vote for John McCain, although he's better than a lot of Republicans on certain issues. However, again, not a man I'd vote for, and not a man I'd cry for if you attacked, but how dare you say the man is not a war hero? I wanted to get up and slap the living fuck out of you. How dare you? You know, the man was a war hero. He was a POW for how many years? What was it, 6 years or something? My God, you need to shut the fuck up. You wouldn't have lasted 2 seconds in that prison camp. You would have pissed and shit your pants before they even got you to the camp. So shut the fuck up before someone shuts you up. That really pissed me off. But then again, okay. And then again, he doesn't apologize. When someone comes to him for an apology, he doubles down and says, I didn't say that he wasn't a war hero. No, you said that he wasn't a war hero. What had happened was someone said, oh yes, he is a war hero. And how it went was, he wasn't a war hero. Okay, he was a war hero only because he got captured. I'm sorry, but when you say something and you mean it sarcastically, that does not mean that you backed up and said, I'm sorry, I said this wrong. You said it sarcastically. Oh, well, he was only a war hero because he got captured. Jesus Christ, if you're not going to listen to your publicist or whoever tells you what to say, at least back it up and look at the tapes before you do this shit. Okay? Grow a fucking brain underneath that animal that you call hair. And then, okay, so now he does it again. He drops another politician's docs at a televised speech. What the fuck, Donald? Seriously? What was it? Lindsey Graham? I think it was Lindsey Graham. He dropped his docs on stage, which is bad enough, but this was being televised. He gave everyone his personal phone number. Who the fuck does that? No matter how much you dislike the man, how much you disrespect the man, you don't, as a grown-ass politician, drop someone's docs because you don't fucking like him. You take him and you get him on the issues. What's the matter, Donald? Don't have issues, or you're not educated enough about the issues to talk about them? Oh my God. He goes over the line each and every single fucking time. And I think I found out Donald's issue. And a lot of people are going to sit there and give me a hard time, and they're going to say that you're making fun of people with different handicaps and all that stuff. No, I'm not. I'm dead ass serious. I think the man has Asperger's. I really do. Okay, now for those of you that don't know what Asperger's is, it is a slight form of autism. And it's a lot harder to tell that one has it than if someone was straight up autistic. And so, and how people can normally, and a lot of people can have it and they'll never know about it if they're not sufficiently tested for it. Now, these people you can mainly tell as children, but especially as adults as well when you're not treated, when it's not diagnosed and treated. Usually how you can tell is they're more socially awkward as children because they don't have any social skills. You know, they don't have any diplomacy. They take it too far each and every single time because they don't have a measuring gauge on what's too far and what's not too far. For an example, okay, I know someone with Asperger's. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not even going to say relations to me. And basically, okay, when I was her age, we did immature stuff because we were immature, you know. Um, you made crank phone calls, okay? I could understand that. But this gal has Asperger's syndrome. So, again, she took it one step further. She was at a public library and got on the payphone and made a prank call to the police saying that there was a terrorist holding people hostage inside that library just because she wanted to see what would happen. And she thought it was hilarious. Okay, I guess that was her way of making a crank phone call, but I think we all know as people with good judgment, that was not funny, and that's not something that I would have done, especially even back then when I was making crank phone calls. You know, that's the Asperger's, okay? And, her mom had to explain her situation. Otherwise, she would have been in custody and in jail and probably some charges and all that. Yeah. So, knowing and hearing about this syndrome, I think that's what's going on with Donald Trump. Is I think that he doesn't know it and hasn't been diagnosed with it, or he does know it and he's hiding it. But honestly, I think Donald Trump has Asperger's. I really do. And unfortunately, people with Asperger's have been notoriously known to make horrible, horrible decisions in their life. And although I sound like I'm saying people with handicaps shouldn't be president, no, that's not the case. You know, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was a brilliant president. I loved him. Okay? But when you make horrible decisions in your life, you shouldn't be running our country. Now, a lot of people say, well, what do you mean he's making horrible decisions in his life? Look, the man is a billionaire or something. I don't know if I think he's a billionaire. Yeah. But what you don't understand is the man has been bankrupt several times. You know, not most of us aren't bankrupt one time in our lives. This man has been bankrupt, 4 or 5 times? And he started off with a shitload of money. He was definitely born with a silver spoon in his mouth. So that money came from money, so he didn't have to scratch and claw his way up from poor or even middle class to get rich the first time. And each and every single time he fucked it up. 5 times. Bankrupt. But when you've got money around you and you're surrounded by money, it's hard not to be able to make money. What's hard is to be able to make the money without the money around you. So even though the man is a billionaire right now, that does not show that he couldn't be with Asperger's syndrome. He very well could be. And you really need to watch. And I challenge anyone to look this up and make your own decision. But you don't want a man like that as president. Now, don't get me wrong. He may be drawing crowds, and he's very, very smart, because now whenever people are interviewing other Republicans, always Donald Trump comes up. It's always about Donald. Even when he's not on TV, he's making it all about himself. Very smart. Again, if you have Asperger's, and even if you don't have Asperger's, but you're just straight up autistic, it don't mean that you're not smart. Okay? You're very smart. You have to be. So the man is very smart as far as that goes, because he's making it all about himself even when he's not around. And I understand why. I would ask questions about Donald Trump too. I would go see Donald Trump to speak. Why? Why would I go see Donald Trump speak? Because he's like Howard Stern. I want to hear what he has to say next. The man is fucking crazy. Okay? So, let me know down below in the comments. Share this, like this. Blessed be, y'all.